So I'm gonna try and do a short NeoFlight flight. I'm in Dundee, and I'd like to see if there is anything going to Glasgow, basically. So that would be EGPN to EG or Edinburgh. EGPH, there you go. There you go. That's a nice one. EGPF would be better, but that's more monies. Oh no, hold on. Let's see. EGNK. Oh, I really suck at this. Sorry. Whatever. We'll go with Edinburgh. We can go to Edinburgh. I do need to buy the scenery at some point. So we're gonna fly this. Cool. And before I connect and fly, I'm just gonna add some fuel. Let's see. Flying. Cargo 157 pounds. You know what? We are not gonna be overweight. I'm just gonna fill it up. So that's G. Mary. Fill it up. Happy days. Ads unfortunately on Spotify. I do need to buy the premium. So let's create a new flight from manual inputs. We're gonna do standard EGPN to EGPH Edinburgh. Alternate, we'll use Glasgow as an alternate, and then EGPK for Prestwick. These are good alternates. I'm not going to auto-generate the route, it's too short of route, it'll probably break. We'll go to Findo, I guess. So add to route. Cool. And let's open this up. Let's see, so departures, no departures, we'll just do a runway heading departure. And we'll make a left turn to Perth or something. But arrivals, let's have a look at the arrivals. We've got one echo. So that won't suit us. No, no, no. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do that one, and I'm going to remove Findo. So the new clear route, there you go, clear the route, and then arrivals, I'll do that one, that one, yeah, fine, route, and then the approach we're going to do will depend on the weather. So let's have a look at the weather. Metar EGPF. Sorry, EGPH. Whoops. Edinburgh TAF. That's fine, I could do a TAF. 6 knots from the west-southwest. So might as well go on the southerly runway, I think. That's fair. Overcast 2100 feet. That's IFR legal. So ILS runway 24. Not that transition. Sorry, yeah. Which one's that one? Could do that, I suppose. Let's go on final. I'll just go on final. Just leave it like that. Final approach. Boom. That'll do nicely. Add to route. Cool. So with that done, let's display the charts. Oh, it overlays it. Fantastic. Add your pin board. The arrival. This one, I'd like to open this up. Display charts. And add to pin board. Happy days. Now, the challenge would be using this G1000, which works nothing like what I've seen in the past. 1 second, guys. Sandro telling me not to crash into his house. No promises. Every time it's the same story. You buzz my windows and I have to calm down the cat. Sorry about that, Sandro. Okay, with that being planned, I'm going to open Navigraph on my iPad and in the sim. So just opening it up on my iPad, you'll be able to see it on the sim as well when I decide to show it to you, but it'll be easier this way. But I'll just do it all in the sim. Let's make it easy. So here we are, Dundee. Let's ready to fly. So one more thing we need to do. We need to actually start the flight. So connect.
Transporter from dispatch. Good morning. The cargo mission will start as soon as you get on your plane in the parking.
Fuel. Let's make sure. Yep, we got full
Transporter
fuel.
form dispatch. Loading cargo. Please stand by.
Okay. So for some reason that's all the way forwards. It's fine. I like the little sound effects. Thanks, Sandro. Sandro, one thing you'll notice is that I'm really bad with the chat. Suck at it. Can't do it. I don't even know the checklist for this aircraft, so I'm just going to start turning things on.
Cargo is loaded. You can start your mission.
Thank you. So I'm going to turn the floodlights on. Which should work without the batteries, but apparently not, so let's turn those on. And am I getting tearing? I'm getting tearing. General options. It looks like it's dark there. Yeah, you know, Sandro, I am around your neighborhood. Somewhere around your neighborhood. I'm in Dundee. So, that's pretty cool. Apply and save. And that should fix the tearing. Yeah, that's way better. Cool, let's get this engine started before we do anything. I am just gonna wing it. 1, 2, and then we will start both engines because I can't turn one of these at a time, unfortunately. So, starting both engines. It would help if I got mixture in. Good thing this is not a realistic sim. Ah, interesting. I guess I actually have to do checklist on this because look at that, fuel selectors are off. Jesus. Sandro's a clever one. Too clever for his own good.
When you bet fair on football, you get daily rewards. So any day can be a big
Alright, that's the engine running.
lower league match day, a top flight derby day.
Gotta turn on the avionics.
Superstar showdown day. Pay £20 worth of multiples on bet builders and get a £5 free bet.
Turn these
Daily
off.
rewards, because we're Betfair. Max £5 free bet.
And I can turn this off.
At least one selection at min odds of 1.5.
I'll turn it back on because I can't see anything. I wonder if there's internal lighting in here. No. No strip lighting. Just that really bright dash. That's fine. Okay, so here's the challenge. Programming this G1000, the TXI. That is going to be a massive challenge. I'm going to open the Navigraph chart. It's going to ask me to log in, so I'll do that very quickly. Sweet. We've got the flight plan in here. So, let's see. Right. Does this work at all? Press the flight plan key to view the previous page. That's fine, but Alright. What if I just do direct 2, huh? I'll give it Edinburgh. Don't know my alphabet today. Am I not? I'm trying to take off without fuel. Yeah, you know, Sandra, that's a good point. That's why you have checklists. And I'm just not using one. I just want to test, see if I could stream while flying. Thought it might be fun. Okay, so that's direct Edinburgh. So now we can try and add the approach. It's going to be the Perth 1 Golf. So runway 24. TLA. Ah, it won't let me. Okay, we'll say vectors then. Vectors, minimums. We're going to put minimums, but that's a little early for that. It is a short flight, so you might as well. So, minimums. 300 feet. That's nice and easy. Yes, Barrow. 300 feet. Primary frequency 1098.9er. That is correct. Charlie India 14. Final 12. I wonder if it's worth doing the overhead. It's a long way of doing it, but it would simulate reality. But I'm also not using a checklist, so screw it. I guess we're not gonna do that departure. I'm just gonna add in Perth. If not, I'll just fly the VOR without GPS. All right, so that's added. This is really, really weird. Just doesn't behave like a G1000 at all. And yeah, it looks really decent. Select arrival. There you go. Perth 1 Golf, was it? Perth 1 Golf. 124. So, sequence. It's going to be Perth, followed by Grice, which I believe is this one. Have a look. There you go. Yep, Grice. Then it's Stira, and then runway 24. Perfect. That is looking pretty decent. Except that I broke everything. Alright, alright, that's fine. Okay. Menu. EGPH. Perth. Right, this is getting really annoying. I'm just gonna manually fly it. That's what I'm gonna do. Sounds a lot easier. Perth is 110.4. Okay, now we've got Perth, so I will manually fly it. Let's get a DME going. Sorry, not, yep, DME, so that'll be 50 outputs, sparing 1. What's that, Sandro? Flight 3751, coming from Pluto. At least you're giving me engagement, Sandro. I really appreciate it, despite how crap I'm doing this. Right. I'm going to put in the standby the ILS. So I'm just going to go straight into the ILS. And I might end up doing the overhead after all, but it is over the NDB, so that's a fair point. So keep an eye on that. 108.9er. Let's go ahead and The wind data is the one I like. NDB, we're gonna put 341. Okay. So that'll be Edinburgh, and then I'll put that as where is it? PFD options bearing 2. Cool. So then I can do the overhead join. Coming in from here, it's going to be a direct entry, so I'll just fly overhead the NDB, then I'll go outbound 061. Cool. And the altitude will be 3,000 feet, so I'm just going to climb to 3,000 feet. That's above MSA, I believe. Let's have a look. Yeah, that looks like it's above MSA. Is this high en route? It should be low en route. There you go. That makes way more sense.
Download the app and get a digital rail card today. Terms apply. See trainline.com for full details of each rail card, eligible tickets, and travel times. Number 29.
Cool. That's why I put full fuel, by the way. I just did not want to stress about this. Taking my time doing this on the ground with the engines running. Ads are horrible. I'm going to get rid of the ads. It's really pissing me off. Okay. I need to pay for Spotify. That's what I need to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up my departure. Now I've got the approach set. Which is going to be pretty simple. Runway heading. Oh, I need that again. If I have a look at my airports at Dundee, we'll see the runway in use. But Dundee runways 140927. So comms ATIS. Let's go ahead and listen to the ATIS 119.330. We're good, Fetus. Probably can't hear it, actually. There you go. 204, 14, 6 kilometers, heavy rain, overcast 1700, temperature 18, dew point 10, QNH 2983. I don't speak American. Runway 09 are in use. That's all I need. I'm not going to tune the frequencies of the airports, of the airport towers and stuff. I don't care about that. Readiness to depart. Yeah, I will let you know, Sandro. I promise you. I haven't done this in such a long time, you know. That's all it is. Gonna get the ATIS from this one. Tower approach ATIS. So Edinburgh ATIS is 131.355. So I'm going to pre-select that since I don't have to worry about talking to tower or anything like that. 355. That's pre-selected. So then I just need to switch it over when needed. Okay. Let's do a departure briefing. We're departing runway, and let's use the charts as we do this. NeoFlight, there you go. So we're going to depart runway 09er, which is in that direction. Climb to 1,000 feet. I'm going to make a right turn to the Perth VOR. After which I'll make a left turn to the Edinburgh NDB. I will track the Edinburgh NDB into a direct entry into the pattern. So pulling out that chart. 3,000 feet, we enter the pattern. We're going to go outbound on the left hold, heading 061 to 12 DME India Tango Hotel, which is the ILS. Not identified at this time. And then we will do the approach. So once we've intercepted the 12 DME, we'll have the descent pattern, so we'll intercept heading inbound 241. We'll do that briefing in the air. Looking at Perth here, and ignoring the GPS, I'm going to hope against hope that that the NDB is going to be identifiable from this point. Let's see what happens. Screw it. Live on the edge. With that done, let's close this. I'm not going to do engine runs or anything like that. What I will do though is I am going to turn on my beacon, which should have been on to begin with. I'm going to turn on my taxi and my nav because it's nighttime. Let's release the parking brake. And we're going to set flaps approach. This double click is a bit of an issue. I really need to sort that out. And I'm not going to use the tow guy, so a little bit more right power on the right engine. Full right rudder. Squeeze on the brakes. I'm going to hit that pillar, aren't I? Yeah. Alright, let's use the pushback then. He's gonna go right through my wing, isn't he? Yep, he's gonna go right through my wing and through the engine. This guy is fearless. I should have done a pushback first. Oh well. The more you know. There are some weird stutters. Okay, seems like he's ready. Power's idle. Gonna release the brakes. Let him take care of that. And let's turn off the taxi light, not to blind the poor fella. Although, to be fair, if he's happy going through a propeller, a turning propeller, I think he'll be alright. Don't know why I'm getting these stutters. It's a little annoying. Okay, that should do it. Alright, good sir. Move out of the way. Alright, Sandro, I'm taxiing to the runway now, and I'm gonna go through this guy. Bye bye. Clip through my wing. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I'm really struggling to turn with this aircraft. What the hell's going on? I really can't turn for some reason. So I'm on the grass now. What the hell? Now we're turning. Oh, it's because of the view. That stupid view bug. Why are we getting these stutters as well? I really don't understand. These random freeze frames. Copy that, flight 3751 Mike. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Alessandro. I really don't understand what's up with these stutters. That's really bizarre. Must be the new update. Well, that was an installer update, so it shouldn't be happening. See? It did it again. Jesus. What the heck? Maybe it's too many things open. Let's close this. Let's close this. I don't need this. Nope, still doing it. Not going to do any engine run-ups or anything, so lights on, Strobe on. It's too much light in my route. Alright. So I'm changing the lighting in my room. Alright, cool. So we're backtracking. We want to take off 09er, so and we are backtracking 09er, so let's go ahead and set the heading bug on 09. So that is the direction I'm going to take off in. I am going to get the don't sink weird call thing that this aircraft, the G1000, doesn't have in real life, but for some reason it has. Viewed every second, glued every second of it. Oh, Sandra, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. I do appreciate you keeping this open in the background while you play Star Wars Squadrons or something. Are you noticing the random like half-second freezes, Sandro? I'll let you know when the next one happens. It's happening quite often. There you go. We're really taxing slowly. Let's pick it up a notch. I see freezes throughout. Yeah. It wasn't doing that yesterday. And I was testing it out in VR, so I don't know why it's doing that now. Alright, okay, let's slow down. That's enough runway. In my view, so I can see where I'm going. And these freezes are killing me. Okay. So, landing lights are on. I'm going to assume that means I've got takeoff clearance, which of course I do because I'm the only person. We've got 3,000 feet set. East set. I've got Papa Tango Hotel selected and identified on my nav. Pitot heat is off, so let's go ahead and turn that on. I can't see pitot heat. That's passenger. Oh, this is. I've just learned something. Here, let's do this. We can turn these off at this point. I really need to look at the checklist for this. That shut. Nope. Pitot, prop sync. There it is. I hope not either, Sandro, because I'm about to take off. Approach flaps are set. Runway 09er. Pitot heater on. No warnings. Off we go. Power set. Engine instruments checked. Airspeed's alive. Left crosswind. Oh boy. And oh! My yoke isn't clamped! My yoke isn't clamped! Oh crap! Pause it! I didn't clamp my yoke. Thank you, Sandra, for the takeoff clearance, but you shouldn't have given it to me. I've checked the entire aircraft, but I didn't check that my yoke was clamped. It was coming off the desk as I tried to pull on it. Oh my god. I am such a numpty. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Yoke's now clamped. I'm gonna have to salvage this now. Oh wait, hold on. I don't have a button shortcut for that. And now.
Transporter from dispatch. Fly safe.
Alright, gear up. Oh my god. Oh. I froze. Oh, whoa, what's going on here? Alright. Flaps up. Gonna go into the instrument view. (1,000 feet). Let's make a right turn. And I'm going to set use power a smidge. And level off. The freezes are making this very difficult. Okay, let's use this. And we're descending, so let's correct that. Basically. Oh, hey Steel, thanks for joining. So what you've missed, Steel, you missed the most exciting part, where I tried to take off without my yoke clamped to the desk. That was exciting. Right, and happy days. All right. All looking good for now. Oh yeah, Sandra, did forget that. Sorry, when I focus, I really suck at this. That's the bottom line. So I'm just gonna put the autopilot on so I can focus. Right, heading autopilot out to 3,000 feet set. Let's fix some of this stuff. It's 2,500 RPM roughly. That'll do. Let's see if we can get some that's looking good. Happy days. So let's see. Love you guys. Glad Mary is finally streaming. It's alright, Lily's gone. Oh well. So I can see Perth there, and I can see that the GPS is going straight for that. So that's good at least. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. It did Edinburgh, Perth, and then the Perth arrival. So that's fine, because what I can do is just do direct to that. And then I can change that CDI to the GPS one. And now I can turn on nav. And now we're on GPS. Fantastic. Steel, you're the one who was saying you're a bit nervous about IFR flying, weren't you? So in the meantime, what I can do is look at the time to get there. So that's to get to Perth. And if I look at the flight plan, you can see that it's going to be pretty quick. So, because of that, I'm going to listen to the ATIS for Edinburgh, which I've pre-selected for this very reason. Okay, let's close this. Open this. I was sure there's a night mode. There you go. Yeah, you know what? Steel, that's all you need. Perth direct still. Turning, sorry, keep an eye on all the autopilot does. And direct Grice checked. One of the important things when you're flying is to always know what your autopilot is doing. So what I've done here, knowing that the autopilot is changing, I go GPS app out 3,000 feet, direct Grice. Happy days. And the ATIS was there you go, 131,555. There was a mistake there. So now, there you go. So winds 204 at 14, visibility 6, heavy rain, 1,000 feet ceilings, oh that's dropped 200 feet. Temperature 18, dew point 10, QNH 2983. I don't speak that language, but I can see 2983 is set. Okay. Move that. So, and it's runway 24 in use, which is perfect. That's the one I'm using. They've got 6 minutes to reach the next point, which is going to be Grice. So if I'm looking here, I can start briefing that straight away. We're going to go to Grice, then we're going to Stira, maximum 250 knots. Now, I'm breaking the rules here, because I should be at flight level 70. And right now I'm at 3,000 feet. Whoops. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I should have briefed it properly. What's the deal with Navigraph? I've used SkyVector for free route planning and airport charts. The Navigraph looks really cool built into the sim. It is awesome. So Navigraph is a subscription service, and it provides Jeppesen charts. Jeppesen charts are charts we use for real in real airplanes. So that this is a Jeppesen chart right here. And then they have their really like nifty own like airway map, so low en route, high en route, which is really, really cool. But I got Navigraph for 2 reasons. 1, for the charts, and 2, because it updates the nav database in the game. So the waypoints, the runway headings, the frequencies, all that stuff stays up to date thanks to Navigraph, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to try and climb to 7,000 feet, you know? That's what I'm going to do. Let's do that. So 7,000, FLC, and we're going to select 150 knots climbing speed. And I'm going to slowly increase everything to max. And off it goes like a rocket. So now that I'm going to go into flight level 70, I need to change that to be flight level, which is 2992. Now, if I remember with the G1000, there was a way to turn that into flight levels, but there isn't. So there you go. 2992. I'll do that manually. So now the altimeter is displaying flight levels because I'm on the standard pressure. So I can see that this is for the ADF. That's perfect because I'm going to need that in a bit. I'll do the overhead join anyway, so let's rebrief that. So we'll do the overhead join. 3,000 feet, 061 outbound, 12 DME India Tango Hotel. Which I can change that here now, so we'll get that in a bit. Oh. I forgot how to change that. Whoops. Shoot. Push. Yes, I'd love to push. But I don't know how. How did it change to the second one? Okay. I'll put on the secondary for now then. Well, this is really messed up. How do you change the frequency? How do you change the nav? I honestly don't know how to change this. Okay. I guess I'll do the approach on nav2 then. That's all I have to do. So, 10890. It's good practice to have it on both anyways. India Tango Hotel. PFD options. And... not winds. But... there you go, standard barrel. There it was. I'm very rusty with this stuff. DME. It's only showing DME for one. Well, that's not ideal, is it? Okay, I need to increase the climb rate. 400 to go. Alt. Alt. Okay. You try right-clicking the nav knob, see if it switches. Good idea. Yeah, just try that. Nothing. Right-click didn't work. Maybe if I hold it for a while? I don't know. I'm gonna need that DME. That's really gonna screw me over. Yeah. Oh well. I guess I won't do the hold. I'll just go in direct entry. Okay, so now that we're accelerating, try and clean up. Okay, 2500 RPM will be good enough for me. And I'll lean the mixture a little bit. There you go. That's looking quite decent. Okay. We've got a calculated top of descent, which is excellent. So we're about to reach a turning point. Let's have a look outside. That's cool. I must have done something to switch it. I just don't know what. Maybe switching the CDI? You know, that's actually a really good point. Maybe switching the CDI automatically changes that. We'll test that later in a second. I'm gonna wait until we are inbound Styria, which we are. It's only about 2 minutes. So, heading, check. Oh, nope, 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 nav. Not VNav. Nav, I'm breaking everything. I'm breaking everything. Of course I am. Now we go to heading. Okay, and then I'll change it. Yeah, see, that did it. And then to. So if I go to, that's a massive hassle. So let's change that. IVG? IVG? Man, what you smoking? Okay, so nav, GPS up out to 7,000. Let's prepare a descent. So 3,000 is selected, so flight level 30 selected. And we can commence our descent. So we're going to select 160 knots. Increase mixture. Reduce power. Okay, looking good. And of course we can set the Edinburgh QNH, which is 29er83. Set. We figured it out, Steel. It was changing the CDI that did it. I think we're still in the clouds here. Yes, we are. Well, you know, now that I have this, I am quite tempted to try the full hold entry, the overhead join. It makes more sense. Can't change the size of this though. Any thought of using VS versus FLC when climbing or descending with autopilot? I definitely do, Steel. Climbing, I always use FLC because that protects you from a stall, right? If you use the vertical speed, it's going to try and maintain that vertical speed no matter what your speed is, your actual airspeed. So you could stall out. The autopilot could cause you to stall. Whereas in flight level change, it's targeting an airspeed. It's going to climb or descend at that airspeed until you've reached the target altitude. So I tend to use FLC as much as possible, unless I need to maintain a specific rate of descent for whatever reason, right? Like ATC might request you to descend at a certain descent rate, or even climb at a certain climb rate. There are times where you need to do that, but when you do that, you need to be really like focused on the airspeed. It's very, very important that you do that. India Tango 108.9. I'm detecting some other frequency. So India Victor Golf is something else that I can't trust. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead into the hold. I'm going to do it. It's going to be really cool. Of course, and yeah, feel free to ask more questions, Steel. Absolutely. I really don't mind. Alright, I'm going to do the hold. So what we're going to do is I'm going to select the heading that I'm on now. I'm going to change to heading mode. I'm going to change the CDI to lock 1. And I am now going to turn to get to the airport. I've got 20 knots crosswind. So, since you've been asking questions, Steel, I'll explain to you. This is the NDB for Edinburgh, Echo Delta November. It's actually, I think it's a locator rather than an NDB. Potato, potato. One has a bigger range than the other. So that little blue line here is pointing me directly to this NDB. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over it. And then I'm going to go outbound onto 12 DME. So I was saying it's a direct entry, but I'm looking at the angle here. Let's see. Inbound 120, which means I'm coming from 300. 300 is around here. That could well be a parallel entry or a teardrop. Right. Well, I don't want to do multiple turns in the hold because I can't be bothered. I just want to practice that. So what I will do is notice, first of all, that we're not on course. And second, I can't do a direct entry yet. So I'm going to cheat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend ATC has given me some sort of clearance. So I'm going to go outbound because the inbound hold is 241. So if I just temporarily close this, I'm going to give a bogus frequency on the CDI2. And then I'm going to switch that around to give it 241. Boom. In fact, I don't need to. I can use the CDI1. What am I doing? CDI1. Once that arrow is within 70 degrees, actually 110 degrees, I think, of this, I can actually make a direct entry. So I'm gonna wait a little bit for that. So, as I was saying, I'm cheating. I'm cheating to get a direct entry. So I can't be bothered to be doing offset entries or parallel entries. I just want to do half a turn and then get into the ILS. So I'm going to come in from around this area, sort of from around here, as you can see here. If I turn this on. Ah, that's a shame. Anyways. So around this area here, so that I can go overhead and then go directly into the turn. If I had entered from where I was going currently, I would have had to do what's called a parallel entry, where I go overhead, I go outbound, and then I turn to the right towards the NDB, go overhead, and then go outbound that way. That would have been what we call a parallel entry, and I can't be bothered to do that right now. So I'm just cheating a bit. I'm getting there. In fact, that's definitely within the range. So let's go ahead and turn. Heading 167 set. Right, so the descent point should be at 9 DME. Altitude check. Descent rates. I will maintain about 800 feet per minute, which should give us a 3-degree glide. DA is decision altitude is 300 feet, which is set. Let's make sure it's set. Yes, it is. RVR, we're well above the minimum RVR. And it is a locator. At the locator, we need to be at 1,060 feet. That will be my reference checkpoint. 1,060 feet. We got high intensity approach lighting systems, as you can see here. And in case of a go around, we'll go straight ahead 3,000 feet. Perfect. Nice and easy. So that being done, I'm going to focus on flying now. And in fact, I'm going to disconnect the autopilot in a second. Alright. Let's do it. So. AP's coming off. AP off. Flight director off. Okay, we're approaching 500 to go. Over the locator, so I'm going to maintain level flight, or wings level. It's flipped. I'm going to give it a few seconds so I can get a bit of a distance so I can do the rate 1 turn into the ILS. Especially with that headwind, with that tailwind that we're going to get on the turn. And I'm going to set 061 rather. And turn. Rate 1 turn. We're about 160 knots, so that's about 25-degree bank angle for a rate 1 turn, confirmed by the line. Okay, so we're approaching that 3,000 feet, so I'm going to start pitching up. I'm going to move that my trim wheel, which is going to cause some funny behaviors, I think. Oh no, it's been alright. Okay, leveling off. And outbound. Fantastic. So we're going to maintain this. Try not to descend anymore, because we're 3,000 feet now. I'm going to put props full. Engine full. And we're going to make a left turn to intercept the ILS at 12 miles. Oh, climbing too much here. Keep the scan. So attitude airspeed, attitude altitude, attitude heading. Connection lost. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. Reduce the power a bit because we're going quite fast. This is looking good. Ah, bloody hell. It's right, Steel, you're going to be really mad at me because all that stuff I taught about power for altitude and pitch for airspeed, it does apply in instrument flying, but not as much as in, in VFR flying. It's still very much relevant, but you got to know when to use which. And the situations are not always the same. Okay, we're approaching 10 miles, so 2 miles out. Correct this, I'm a little too far out, I think. Okay, there's a brick coming out of view, which is great. That's what I want. I want time to establish on the localizer before I start descending. Looking good. Ah. And 12 miles, so let's do that procedure turn. One second. I'll answer your question in a second, Steel. Let me just complete this procedure turn. So just to see if I'm understanding correctly, on the CDI, is the blue line the DME and the green line the ILS? Not quite. The blue line is the locator, the NDB. The DME is the distance to the ILS, which is represented, as you correctly said, by the green line. Okay, so it's not even alive, so I'm going to end the turn prematurely, because obviously I overcompensated. Oh no, there it is. Continue the turn. Trust my skills. In fact, I think I'm going to overshoot it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Get a little bit more juice. It's lost 100 feet, so let's fix that. Excellent. Looking good. Okay, Okay, we're pretty much established on the localizer. Glide slope's alive. Established on the localizer, we're within the limits. Okay, so we'll go around, straight ahead, 3,000 feet. Alright. Half deflection for the glide. Approaching 9 miles. 1.5 to go for the ascent point. At locator, we need to be at 1060. Okay, gear down. Three greens. And we can start the descent. 150 knots, we're looking at about 800 feet per minute. That's too fast of a descent. Let's pitch up a bit. We can see we're slightly below the glide. Okay, good. Small corrections does the trick. Bang on so far. As we slow down, we need to reduce that descent rate to catch up to the glide. Especially since I want to get some flaps in. 120 knots, we're looking for about 700 feet per minute. So, still too fast. Let's try and get about 600 feet per minute at this point. Bring power back a little more. Seven miles, looking good. Slightly low. I don't like being that low, so pitch up a smidge. Get that trim in. Speed check. Flaps approach. Add some power in. Look at that, we gotta be careful here. Okay, speed check. Flaps full. Getting messy here. Let's try and get about 90 knots on the approach speed. Okay, descending too quickly. Open this up quickly. 90 knots, we're looking for 500 feet per minute. Coming off the lock as well. 400 feet per minute is good. Too much of a correction there, so let's back onto the diamond. Thanks, Steel. Oh. Don't look at the chat while you're flying. God damn it. All looking good for now. Add a little bit of juice. Oh, I'm overcorrecting here. Alright, let's go ahead. Get that diamond on the right side. There you go, that's enough correction. Nope, too much, too much. Okay, overhead at 1090, 30 feet too high. This is very messy. Pitch down here because we're getting high. $500 above. Pitch up, pitch up, pitch up, pitch up. And back. 200 above. Sorry, 300 above. Approaching minimums. Minimums. Runway in sight. Looking great.
Transporter from dispatch. Go to the parking so we can check the cargo status.
Okay. Now we're on the ground. This freezing really does bug me. Can I get one more coffee before touchdown, please? Sancho. Oh, God, this is really annoying. I haven't really thought about parking. This is a default airport, so I doubt it's going to have very pretty terminals or anything like that. Hey, but we did it. We're on the ground. That was fun. Claps, claps. Thank you, Sandro. I'm still very confused as to why I'm getting these random freezes. It makes no sense. That was fun. Semi-realistic flying. You can see the moon. Okay, runway's cleared, so strobe is off, landing lights off, and flaps coming up. Yeah, still, let's see. It's only a paper moon. Yeah. Have a look at the outside. I wonder if it'll freeze on the outside view. Let's keep it here for a while, see if it freezes. Yep, it still freezes. I love that there's a reflection of the rain, like wet on the wing. That's pretty cool. Park at the first available spot. The freezing made it really hard to land as well, and I was meant to be less than 200 feet per minute because of the game, so I don't know if I did that. Ugh. It's really driving me nuts. Let's have a look at that. Kind of disappointed that it didn't record the trip. Oh, I think I closed Symlink. Shoot. A little rough for the passengers, but hey, there you go. Oh, this is big boy terminals. Are there terminals without a? There are jet bridges without buildings. What? Oh, sorry. I was moving the view while trying to stop the turn. Ah, I broke it somehow. Hold on, what's going on here?
Transporter. Cargo unloading in progress.
Oh,
Stand by,
shit.
pilot.
Okay. We're unloading cargo here, apparently. You reckon it's related to the streaming steal? I'm unloading here, apparently, so whatever. Middle of the taxiway. Sure, why not? Taxi light off.
Transporter. Another cargo mission well done. Thanks and see you soon.
Another cargo mission well done. You heard that. Oh dear. Okay. That's mixture all the way back. Engine stop. Let's turn on our floods. Let's turn our overhead lights so we can actually see what's going on. I've never streamed, but I have to imagine it's taxing on. Yeah, but I have pretty good hardware, so I don't know if that beacon off. Nav off. And master off. Cool. I guess I'll be parked in the middle of the taxiway. I really don't get why this is happening. Sure. Excuse me, this should be on high. Thank you very much. What was the cargo that you were in? Yeah, it's a career add-on. You missed that, so I chose this flight from NeoFly. So you can install this, and this is pretty cool. It gives you a bunch of missions. So let's see how fast I touch down, actually. Barking, 117 feet per minute. That's not bad. Beacons or strobe were off while engine were running. No, they weren't, you numpty. I turned them on before the engines were running. You just suck. Yeah, NeoFly. It's alright. It's a nice little add-on. I've enjoyed it so far, and I look forward to play with it some more. I've just experienced it. Like just sort of touched on it. You can see like medical missions. So here, like you go and you take off, and then you land off airport to like drop off a medic, and then you have to take off again. That's pretty cool. And then you got these transport missions. So I did one of these where you have to touch down with 200 feet per minute or less. And I'm looking at this one. 27 grand. Yeah, I might do something like that next time. EGNI, that's Newcastle, I think. No, it's not. Where is that? Okay. About 37. Ah, there you go. 37 to London Luton. Could do that one next time. Good excuse to buy some Luton add-on airports. Although I did want to stick around with Scotland, but clearly the money's in this. Long trips though. I did promise my wife that if I played now, I'd go to bed a little earlier so I could go to bed with her. So I want to call it a night just on a single flight. I wanted to test the stream. I thought it'd be cool to test the stream.